Today, we are constantly searching for self-help books. How to be calm, how to be successful, how to handle our emotions, how to find purpose. But what if I told you the most powerful self-help and motivational books were written thousands of years ago in Indian spirituality, our own Sanātana Dharma, and we are still rediscovering them today? Stay with me. Today I want to share with you 5 timeless self-help books from Sanātana Dharma. These are just not spiritual scriptures. They talk to us about mindset, fear, attachment, discipline, purpose, and inner peace. In modern language, they are just a complete manual for life. Why this topic today? Today, self-help culture only focuses on fixing the outside, chasing motivation, becoming better constantly. Indian wisdom, Sanātana Dharma, took an entire different route. It focuses on the core, understanding the mind, reducing the inner suffering, living consciously, acting without fear. That's why these texts are still relevant even today, especially in the world that feels mentally and emotionally exhausted. So, my first book is timeless and everyone knows it. It's our Bhagavad Gita, the Holy Gita. It's this ultimate guide to life and action. If there is one book that covers everything, it is Gita. It talks about anxiety, it talks about confusion, fear of failure, desire versus duty, action without attachment. In modern times, Gita teaches us how to work without burning out, how to act without losing pace. It's not about religion, it's about clarity under pressure. Second, the Upanishads. Upanishads are nothing but they only talk about knowing yourself. The Upanishads revolve around one powerful question: who am I? It teaches us about self-inquiry. It teaches us about awareness, about detachment, about inner fulfillment. The most self-help books try to improve our personality, but the Upanishads help you go beyond personality. Third, Ramayana, spirituality through life stories. This is specially for extremely beginners and it's beginner friendly. Ramayana teaches us spirituality through real life situations and not just philosophy. It teaches us about the Dharma, about relationships, about the sacrifice, about integrity and emotional strength. It shows how to live rightly when life is difficult. As I like to say, Ramayana teaches. Fourth, Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, discipline for inner stability. This original book talks about focus, habit control, emotional regulation, and mental discipline. It teaches a powerful truth. Freedom doesn't come from doing what you want. It comes from mastering the mind. Very practical, very relevant even for today. Today's situation. Fifth, Vishnu Sahasranama, peace and inner strength. This is one of the most powerful book which is mostly accepted. This is one of the most accepted, peaceful and widely read text in Indian homes. Why is it special? Because it talks about no fear or cultural hesitation. Deeply spiritual yet gentle, safe, auspicious and calming for daily reading. In simple self-help terms, it teaches mental peace, stability during difficult times, positive mindset, inner grounding. As I often say, Vishnu Sahasranama is not just chanting, it's the reminder of the highest human quality which has compassion, strength and balance. What I personally feel about all the above mentioned self-help scriptures of ancient Sanātana Dharma is they're very important because they touch the root cause. They deal at the roots as compared to the modern self-help books which try to add us more. They add more to us but remove less. Compared to the Indian scriptures which remove what is unnecessary. They remove fear, they remove false identity, they remove attachment, and lastly, reduce the mental noise. That's why these books are not just hype, they really ground us. Friends, you don't always need new information. Sometimes you need ancient clarity. These books don't promise instant success, they offer something deeper, understanding. And when understanding grows, life becomes more calmer, more wiser, and more meaningful. If this resonates, sit with this video. And if you feel aligned, subscribe to our channel Cosmic Awakening, where ancient wisdom meets modern life. See you in the next video with something new topic, but yet grounded and attached to our inner self. Bye. Subscribe and follow us.